Good evening. I'm Bob King. I'm a New Braunfels resident and a taxpayer since 2009. Honorable Mayor, esteemed council members, and fellow citizens, I'm speaking tonight not on the thoroughfare controversy, as I'll leave that to the citizens here who are likely to be directly and adversely impacted. I'm here tonight instead to tell you why I believe the trust between a large and growing number of citizens of New Braunfels and the people elected to represent us is in the process of breaking. Over the past year, we've watched a pattern of increasingly tone-deaf leadership. Citizens who take the time to show up, write emails, call your offices, or speak at this podium, we do not get engagement, we do not get curiosity. We often don't even get basic respect or common courtesy. Instead, we get condescension. We instead are treated as if we are misinformed, unnecessarily emotional, or simply ignorant of your self-evident superior intellect. And that attitude has consequences for y'all. We saw your dismissive attitude when residents dared to object to your decision to subsidize and fast-track the real estate projects of favored developers while penalizing and stonewalling projects funded by sources outside the chosen group. We saw your let them eat cake attitude when citizens objected to NBU rate hikes approved cavalierly with a minimum of regulatory scrutiny. We cringed when the mayor opened a meeting with what can only be described as a passive-aggressive prayer, essentially asking God to help citizens behave, to help the council deal with us, and to scold citizens for daring to express their opinions on social media. And we were stunned that not one of our 6 council members was willing to speak out against the inappropriateness of this so-called prayer and the condescending attitude behind it. The mayor's words that night, plus his routinely dismissive behavior when opposing opinions are presented, can only be assumed to represent the attitudes of the other 6 of you, unless and until you speak out against it on the record. I list only 3 recent situations, but that's because time is limited here. We know we could list others. It's impossible not to notice the utter absence of debate that occurs at these city council meetings, the remarkable unanimity shown vote after vote by this body. It makes it also impossible not to wonder, have the decisions already been made behind closed doors, perhaps even in violation of Texas open meeting laws, and that these meetings are mere formalities to be used to orchestrate and a cheerleading effort to sell to the public what has already been decided in private. I'd like to see New Braunfels' growth moderate. But even more importantly, I'd love to see a return to free market principles and to open and honest government. I know that our city's growth requires highway expansion and new road construction, and I'm not here to take issue with that. Others will, I'm sure. But you have richly earned the public butt-kicking that I think you're about to get tonight, because in recent years, you've done nothing to generate trust. Look yourselves in the mirror, ladies and gentlemen. The blame for the lack of trust you're hearing tonight and at other meetings is yours alone. The truth is simple. Government only works when the governed trust the people in charge. And right now, you're in the process of losing that trust. Not because of one EDC project or because of one utility rate increase or because of one thoroughfare plan, but rather because of a long and continuing pattern of tone-deaf leadership. It isn't too late to repair this, in my opinion, but the first step is a public acknowledgement by at least a few of you on the dais that the problem is not the citizens. The problem is the council's refusal to listen to them. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to all of y'all.